Hello and welcome to Channel Sport this morning. It's great to have you join us again. I am Tayo Salam.
And I'm Cecilia Omogbe. On the show today, we start with the D Tigress. All they have to do is to beat every team that's coming their way. And of course, the three-peat will just be in their pocket. The D Tigress beating Angola by as much as 20 points.
Wow, fantastic victory for Nigeria's D Tigers. They're now through to the quarterfinals of the FIBA Women's Afrobasket going on in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Also on the program this time around, let's talk a bit of football where Victor Osimhen scored yet again this time around his first goal of the Serie A season as Napoli remained perfect with a 4-0 win over Udinese.
Top of the table right now. Where do we have the leaders? Where do we have
the champions?
The champions. Okay. All right. But Victor Osimhen is the one who sung this morning. Also on the program, the ABC Finals. It's today. Super Falcons of Nigeria and South Africa will battle it out to see who will reign supreme. It's not all about the cup or the trophy or anything, but bragging rights will definitely be what everyone will be anticipating for at the finals today.
Exactly. It should be a befitting ending to the competition, a befitting grand finale involving the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Bafana of South Africa. We have all of the updates concerning that particular matchup later on the show. But before then, Cecilia, it's only right we start with Nigeria's D Tigers. What a match!
What a match it was. I mean, when you want to, when you're coming into a tournament as champions, everyone obviously wants to try as much as possible to beat you.
True.
But the D Tigers on the day were not just giving any chance at all to the Angolans because they know any little drop. I mean, these girls will pounce on it. And then, before you know it, well, you'll be having a very close game. And, of course, you have to come back and try to win. But this just wasn't to be because the girls were on fire all through. Yeah,
it was a dazzling display from the Tigress against former champions Angola. 20-point victory. They don't come more convincing than that in a basketball game. Of course, Adara Elonu, Ezine Kalu, Ami Okonkwo, all of those girls came to the party big time. Ezine Kalu, especially, had 10 points before halftime. She was going off, and if they had let her play some more minutes in the second half, who knows what she would have ended with. It was a very, very convincing statement from D Tigress, letting all the rivals know that if you want to dethrone us, you're going to have to bring your A game because we're bringing our A+ game. And it's just fantastic all-around performance from Otis, Ugly, and the girls.
Obviously, because at the halftime, as you mentioned, isn't it hitting 10 points? At that time, Nigeria already cruised to 50 to 28 points lead. That was how they started. And by the time the game ended, you know, she added 2 more points. Ami Okonkwo, Promise Amakaruma, you have Adeola Lanu, Odera Chidom, all of them hit double digits, you know, added 40 points to what Ezine did. It was just, I mean, it was a night for the girls because they just had everything working for them and everything just went perfectly well, and even the home-based player even had the opportunity to play, which everyone was really happy about. So, well, let's see what's going to happen in the game against Cameroon, of course. All right, let's take a look at the just confirmation of the result of what went down. Côte d'Ivoire and Mali, it was 63-76. Egypt and Senegal, 78-63. I was thinking Egypt, who had a good run, you know, over Guinea, will win this one. But somehow Senegal, you know, the most successful team, got 78 points over 63. And Cape Verde and Cameroon. Now, this was whitewash, 71-40, and Angola, Nigeria, 85-65. So Cameroonians are not smiling at all.
Yeah, they're looking good. And Nigeria, after this round of matches, Nigeria, Senegal, Mali, Cameroon are all through to the quarterfinals. And we'll have to wait for the end of the round of 16 to know their opponents in the final 8. So congratulations to all of these teams. Fantastic performance from D Tigress. So let's go back to that and get a post-game thoughts of the coach, Otis Hughley, as well as the captain of the team, Adara Elonu.
I know there's a big difference, markedly, between the first game and now. And if you had hope that we may have declined, you just lost it today. And hopefully we can turn it up a whole nother level and climb even higher. Having the toughest pool and still play that way against a really, really good Angola team, that's pretty doggone good. I'm impressed with it.
I think it's interesting you said energy, because today that was my main focus, to draw energy from everywhere, my teammates. And I think the way we play our style, when we see our point guard, on the ball guarding, it brings energy to the rest of the team. After everything else, I'm aware that it's a team game. So, but we focus on teamwork, making the extra pass, finding the best option. And I think that was just something that we focused on more this game, and we did better.
Definitely did better against Angola compared to the first game against Mozambique. And we said it after that game that this team barely just came together. Once they start playing games, they will improve. Yeah. And that's exactly what we're seeing. I'm not envious of the other teams they're going to face in this competition at all. Don't want to be in their shoes.
I'm not at all. And the good thing about these girls is the fact that 7 of the players have been together for a very, very long time, from 2017, 2019, and then this year. You've had close to 7 years now.
There is continuity in the side.
In the team. So
unlike the men's side.
Working for them. So even if they didn't have much time to train, especially after the Olympics. So you still have them, playing together, as if they were never away from each other. Well, as you mentioned, let's see what they're going to do in the quarterfinals and see if that triplet will definitely happen for them.
They're on track. They're on track. I mean, I've seen some really good teams so far. Senegal look very good. There's a reason why they are the most successful side in this competition. The host nation as well, so Cameroon, you have to say they've played some decent ball in this competition.
And they have a good bench.
Exactly. So, but for me, I say at the start of the competition that the Tigers are favorites. Doesn't mean they're going to win, but they have what it takes to go on 3-peats in this particular competition, back to back to back. I mean, you don't want to bet against the Tigers going on to win this competition again. But fingers crossed, is one step at a time. They're in the quarterfinals now. We get to know their opponents in the final 8 later on today. All right, so that's it for the FIBA Women's Afrobasket. Let's get on with the show. And this time we're still talking about women in sports.
Yeah, did a little bit of chess, right?
Okay, a slice of chess.
Yeah,
all right then. Fair enough. The National Chess Championships is around the corner, and that's the Nigeria Chess Federation has invited 20 players for the event, which is going to take place from November the 8th in Lagos at the Hockey Lekki Chess Club. And for the male entries, those are the names for you. If you're a chess lover, I'm sure you're familiar with some of those names. But like I said, the selection of participating players that will compete for the national titles is based primarily on the current FIDE ratings. The top 9 rated players in both the male and female categories, as at 1st of September 2021, have been selected. In addition, there will be one wildcat per category selected based on the discretion of the NCF, making it 10 players in the 2 categories. Also, each category will have 2 standby players in case any of the 10 players listed to compete pull out for whatever reason. Of course, more information will be coming out in the coming days as they prepare for the 2021 National Chess Championships.
It's a great one. I can't wait for it to start on November 8th. That's when it's starting. Of course, all the top chess players across the country, all of them will be in Lagos for it.
Okay.
All right. Let's move over to what you're eager to talk about, right? The final day is here. And I mean, everyone has been waiting for today, South Africa and Nigeria. But then before that, of course, the game that went down yesterday, that's the game between Ghana and Cameroon. When these two sides face each other, you know there's going to be fireworks. Now, Cameroon came to this tournament and they're going back empty-handed. Nothing to actually take back. When they lost to Morocco, they were shocked. They didn't expect that. And then against Ghana, the Ghanaians, I mean, the first half was interesting. I mean, it was it wasn't boring, though it was goalless. But the second half, when the Ghanaians came back, they had to make use of all the chances they missed. You know, at the end of the day, they got those 2 goals, especially the second goal, which was actually made for TV, that everyone was really shouting about. Priscilla, she, you know, got a good one right there in the second goal. But at the end of the day, you look at Ghana, you look at Cameroon, of course, there's a lot of takeaway from here because these ladies came here to see how they can use this tournament to prepare for the AFCON qualifiers starting next month.
Yeah.
And most of them have actually achieved that because Cameroon talked about the fact that 6 of their best players are not here, the foreign best players. Ghana also talked about that 6 of their players, even their captain Elizabeth Ado also, she's not here. We know their top players are not here. But then, with this crop of players they have, even if those foreign players don't show up during qualifiers, I mean, Ghana and Cameroon, they're good to go. I don't know about Cameroon anyway, but I know about Ghana, that definitely they're good to go. And the only complete squad we have, this Aisha Barry's invitation happens to be Nigeria. Nigeria, some foreign-based players are still not there.
Not all of them.
But Nigeria and South Africa is a complete squad. So South Africa you're seeing now, it's South Africa you're going to be seeing in the qualifiers. So whatever team that's facing them, they just have to be careful because of the way they play.
Yeah, so wake-up call for Cameroon, has to be said. Number 2 in Africa. They come to Lagos, didn't win a game. I'm sure the coach will be a bit worried about that. And we'll work on it towards the AFCON qualifiers. For Ghana, it was a fantastic performance from them. 2 fantastic goals. And they're going back to Accra with a win. So that's it for the penultimate game of the Aisha Buhari Invitational. The grand finale will go down today at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, involving the Super Falcons of Nigeria and the Bafana of South Africa. That should be a very exciting game to look out for. And we're going to do our little preview of that game. But before then, we've got a guest that's going to join us after this timeout. Let's see, highlights are coming from a match involving some of the teams at the Aisha Buhari Invitational. Welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. Saw highlights involving the match between Morocco and the female Eagles of Mali at the ongoing Aisha Buhari Invitational Tournament in Lagos. We now have Damilola Onifade joins us, a sports journalist with the FRC. And Damilola, always great to have you on the show.
Yeah, pleasure being here. Good morning.
Indeed. Quick one, your thoughts on what you've seen so far with the Aisha Buhari Invitational?
I think it's been a very good tournament, particularly for the Super Falcons. Maybe a bit of a struggle against Mali, but that is also expected. But I've been quite impressed with the standard. Shocking for me, though, was the fact that Cameroon is going empty-handed. 2 games, 2 losses. But then I think overall it's been a good tournament on the pitch.
Indeed. I agree. There's not much to add to that particular situation. Let's focus on Nigeria versus South Africa now. That's going to bring the competition to a close. I think it's very fitting. First and third in Africa. And should be a very exciting match involving those 2 teams. And let's get the thoughts of... Okay, before I get the thoughts of some of the players, what are you expecting in today's game?
I'm expecting a battle, really. Even though it's an invitation, it's more of a friendly. But then there's bragging rights involved. And when you also understand the last time we won the Falcons, we met South Africa twice, and both times was really a struggle. From that past meeting, you could tell that the gap is gradually closing from a South African team that the Super Falcons will beat 4-5-0 or even more to a team that I think we won the last one via penalty in the final.
The final was
the first, and the group stage it was even goalless.
They lost.
So,
no,
we lost to South Africa.
Falcons,
so I expect that this one, it's going to be a battle. The bragging right is there. Most of these players are still there that faced each other the last time. But at the end, I expect the Super Falcons to win.
You expect the Super Falcons to win. We'll see about that later on today. Let's get the thoughts of some of the key players that are expected to feature in today's game. Before then, let's get the thoughts of the coach. And as a coach of South Africa, Desiree Ellis, speaking ahead of today's game against Nigeria.
Look, we mustn't forget Nigeria is still the powerhouse in African football. They've proved it over and over again. Yes, we beat Ghana. We hadn't beaten them in 6 matches. We hadn't played for a while, so I think it's going to be a very tough match. And we just have to be on top of our game. Not just tough on the field, but they'll have the whole crowd behind them, the support, the band, everyone. So we'll just have to make sure that we're on top of our game, and we just have to make sure that we execute our plans really well to get a positive result.
Desiree Ellis, they're expecting today's match against Nigeria to be difficult, as you know. The last time they met was in Ghana. Yes, the Falcons in Ghana. Nigeria lost in the group stage to South Africa. Temba Gatlana scored the winner in that game. Towards the end of the match, I remember. But in the final, Nigeria brought all of the experience to bear, held them goalless, and won on penalties. So it's not going to be easy. Should be a very exciting matchup between these 2 powerhouses in African women's football. We need to go on a break now. When we come back, we'll be listening to a South African player, the main player for them, actually, the live wire, speaking ahead of today's game again. Decent game of football, that's what we'll be expecting between Nigeria and South Africa today at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. That's in the grand finale of the Aisha Buhari Invitational Tournament competition, however you want to call it. Temba, what a player she is. She's how do I describe her? When I see her play, I just see live wire. I mean, she's doing a lot in that attacking third for South Africa. The Super Falcons, the defense, have their work cut out.
Yeah, I think for an African player, she's probably one of the brightest spots on the continent at the moment from the last Falcon. Probably the shine has been taken off her because of the Super Falcons.
Yeah,
but then she is a superstar in her own right. And I think the Super Falcons will do well to keep her quiet today. I love
look at this
matches
goal.
like this because it's a good test. It's a good test. Look at that.
Out there.
The goalkeeper was nowhere.
Composed finishing.
I think she has improved on the finishing, because I remember 2018 she didn't even start for South Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, but before that we saw what she was able to do. I think Onomebi did a whole lot of job when she came on, when she was able to quiet her down. But then Gatlana, yes, she's fantastic, she's everything. But if you have a defender who is strong, who understands her, just give her somebody and take her out. That's the only way.
I think that's it.
That's how they usually, that's how to take her out. But if you allow her to continue, the way she starts, her movements and everything, very slicky, so it's hard for you to really... the coach mentioned something that when he said that Gatlana is not the only player they have.
Of course
They're
not.
a team. They're
Not.
a team, so it's hard to actually break them down. So even if Gatlana is not playing today's game, I mean, you have other players that can actually score. That's one thing about the South African team.
And that's where the danger is. The fact that you can't keep your eye on one player. Because the coach might just play a card on you and just bench that player. Yeah. And then you are now confused who exactly do you want to mark. But I love this particular game. For me, it's a good test to the Falcons. If you're talking about playing matches, this kind of match we want to see. And I think it should prepare us for the qualifier, considering the fact that we're playing Ghana. In that qualifier. So it's a very good test that will prepare the Falcons players. And I hope for the best. But the best will be for the Falcons to win.
Of course. All right. Let's go get pre-match thoughts now coming from the Nigerian angle. That's the coach, Randy Waldron.
Well, first, I think we've had much more camps and games this year than they've been off 14 months before I came on board. So I appreciate the investment that the President Pinnock has put in to allow us to do this. Now, we would like more, right? More training camps, more time with the team. And I think that's the next step to get us really prepared for the World Cup. And hopefully we can get the results in October and get that time that we need together moving forward. Well, I know South Africa is going to be difficult. I know that country probably better than I do the other African nations. I actually had their captain, Janine Van Vick, played for me in the U.S. for the Houston Dash. We had signed her to a contract a few years ago, as well as a couple of the other players in midfield. So I know that team quite well, and I know they're very organized. I know their coach does a great job with them. I think it's going to be a fantastic game, but I also know it's going to be a really difficult game.
As the coach of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, Randy Waldron, it helps that the coach is very familiar with the opponent, right? So it helps him in terms of preparation, tactics, and strategies that he intends to use.
That's a good thing. You know the right things. Everything you have said, we'll see it on the pitch today. It's good that at least he has an understanding of the team, particularly the captain, some of the players in midfield, as he mentioned. So we want to see how he's going to set out his own team to stop the South Africans from playing. Because there are two things I really want to see from a game like this. It would be nice to win. That's the gloss on everything. True. But really, I want to see a plan of how Nigeria want to stop a very good opponent from playing. That's one. And then how we want to exploit their own weakness to our own good. Because for me, that's what you want to use this tournament to do. It's not just to win and to score goals. You also want to plan your strategy, because after this, the next major event you have is going to be a more competitive one, a tougher competition. And so you have to just tighten up everything at this stage. And it's good that we have a good number of our players. Our regulars are here compared to what Cameroon or Ghana is complaining about. So it's a good test for us.
Indeed. All right, Cecilia.
Okay.
Hopefully. I just think it's going to be so tight to call this game. I mean, I haven't seen the two teams in the competition. South Africa 3-0 in the first game. They looked awesome. Nigeria against Mali wasn't exactly convincing. They got the win eventually through Monday gifts. 2 late goals. As a matter of fact, our game was looking like a goalless draw until Monday popped up with that first header. And, of course, the second lob over the goalkeeper to secure victory for Nigeria. Anyways, the South Africa-Nigeria is always going to be hard to call, especially with the development South Africa have made in the last couple of years. All right, stick with us. Just saw Shola there's also. She's going to be a part of this match later on. Today, you can stick with Channel Sport this morning for all of the updates concerning this particular competition.
I mean, the good thing is the next one is going to be in Abuja. That's according to NFF president.
Second edition.
So the second edition is going to be in Abuja. And not only that, 2 European countries will be invited to join the ones you already have here. I think it's going to be getting bigger every year. We just hope that what we're going to see next year will be more interesting than what we have seen so far this year. All right, as Tayo mentioned, you saw Asisat Oshola just now.
All right, yeah, let's get on with the show and let's leave the Aisha Buhari Invitational for now and talk about this very exciting one. Cecilia, you said it yesterday, and luckily, not all of them were around.
15?
15 were around. That's good
massive,
enough. That's good enough.
One is late, so like let's just say 4.
Yeah, that's a bit sad. But it was good to see the class of the Super Falcons 1999 being honored by the Nigeria Football Federation. That's the NFF ITEL award that went down yesterday. We saw Mercy Akide, we saw Nkiru Koseme, we saw Judy Chime, all of these women that we grew up watching that made the Falcons thick, the golden generation. We'll come back to them much more later on the show. But before then, let's just tell you about the other awards that were given out on the night, starting with the best performance of the year, Silas Nwankwo and Charles Shimene. What's that about?
That's the home best players. I mean, they had to pick 2. You know,
why
we didn't have the award last year, so because of COVID, and so this year they had to. These 2 players have same goals, so they got same goals, 23, so they could not separate them, and that's why you have to. And if you go to the foreign-based players, Paul Onuachu, of course, scoring 35 goals, you cannot overlook him, and also Kelechi Iheanacho winning the FA Cup with Leicester City, you also cannot overlook him, and that's what
I don't.
Okay. So
Dami, am I bugging? Why are we having 2 players per award? I thought the first one, okay, then the second one as well?
Yeah,
what's going on?
You can't just separate.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
You can't separate both. So we also have, I mean, before interjected, for best performance of the year for home-based players, you have a gift Monday, of course. You can't rule that out, of course. For foreign, Asisat Oshola, she won the Champions League with Barcelona, the first African player to do that, so you can't rule that out. The Club of the Year had to go to Aqua United. They won the league for the very first time. Club of the Year for women, of course, Rivers Angels, also league winners. And Coach of the Year for the men, Kennedy Boboye, only fitting because he won the league with Aqua United. But Coach of the Year for the women, that's the one that was a shocker, Moses Aduku. Moses Aduku now won the FA Cup with Bayelsa Queens. Maybe that's the reason they got this one, because we're thinking it would just be naturally Edin Okon, but he wasn't. So it was Moses Aduku. For Referee of the Year, Joseph Ogabo. I mean, that's what, when the name was announced, people were actually murmuring about this. But then he's the Referee of the Year. For the women, of course, Patience Manjun Didi. You can't rule that out. She's the best we have. She was even at the Olympics, officiating right there. Then Best Supporter of Women's Football, it was given to Edo State, and the Deputy Governor, Philip Shaibu, was there to represent the state. And when he came out, to actually represent, he had to call all his players that were around. Because we not discovered that 5 of the players were actually with the Super Falcons, so they had to come on stage to receive that award. An inspirational award had to go to Ahmed Musa, and the story that was narrated on night was the fact that when he left Saudi Arabia, he came home to Kano Pillars, and where he started his career to kind of resurrect it before he got another move, to go abroad again. So more like an inspirational story.
There's no other inspirational story. Oh yeah, really? Really?
Do we have any other footballer have a story like that?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, there's nothing else.
Do we have? I'm asking you.
There's nothing else.
That
was inspirational about coming to play back.
I mean, he's the captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I mean, okay, what do you think? Before we go to this.
The thing about awards is that you always have this controversy. You can't agree 100%. But I don't think that's a bad pick, though.
It's not a bad pick at all. I'm just wondering if...
Probably the only one that will be close to it is Kelechi Iheanacho. Kelechi Iheanacho's career at some point was going downhill to the point of losing his place in the Super Eagles. And then, yes, last year he bounced back, and then today we see him as a best performer of the year. So that's another inspirational story for me. But I don't think the Ahmed Musa story is also a bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not, because I was really, I didn't know this award, this kind of award exists. But I was really amazed that he was picked. And, the story behind it, the fact that, not every world-class player, I mean, he has played in England, he has played in Turkey, in Russia and all that. Coming back home, where you started from, how many players will be able to do that you know, the pride of, you know.
And then 2 World Cups.
You know
Nigeria's
what I'm saying? I mean, do you understand? In World Cups, and you're coming home to play in the league where you have to travel by road. Okay,
don't go there. Don't go there, Cecilia. You know what's up. Anyways.
Let's talk about the main thing of the night. I mean, it wasn't about the men or women, and that's why the awards were quickly done and dusted with. And, of course, we have to wait for the big one, which is for this class of 1999. So I'll give you guys the honor to actually praise these ladies. I mean, I saw all of them like, are they still playing? Because they're looking so beautiful and gorgeous.
They look good.
I mean, this...
I think if there is anything the NFL had done in the last 1 year to thumbs up, this is it. For me, this is it. I said it when they did that of the 94. I said we are celebrating the 94, not because I have any issue against it, but because we are forgetting that there is a female team that also did us proud. And when I heard that they are going to do it this year, I said, okay, this is the best. For me, this is the best. Because whether you like it or not, they achieved more than the 94 set. They did achieve more. So I think it's something commendable.
Very, very commendable. I asked to be said. And like Cecilia said, about 15 of them were around to receive this particular award from the NFF. Merciless Mercy Akide. So great to see her, and she looked good. I watched her a lot while growing up, you know, saw her live, not on TV. She's just a menace. She's a menace to defenders. Very hard to pick up. Her movement is incredible. Defenders used to have nightmares, you know, dealing with her, and that's why she scored a lot of goals, and she was around as well too for this honor. Let's take a listen to Mercy Akide, obviously very delighted with this honor.
And I am so blessed and grateful that I could be on the group that are being honored today. And this is something we've been waiting for the past 22 years. And just to see everybody, I'm so grateful. And I'm so grateful that I was born in Nigeria. And I think next word, when I come back, I will want to be a Nigerian. I am blessed and I'm grateful for this sport being called football, not soccer. But we've come a long way with women football in Africa, so I'm very grateful. So.
One of Nigeria's greatest ever strikers when it comes to women's football, Mercy Akide, your fondest memory of her? Do you remember? I know it's been a while.
It's been a while, but I think there was this Olympic game. Was it Sydney 2000 against Sweden?
Sydney.
I think in that game she was really, really unplayable.
Yeah.
For the Swedish players. But so many memories.
Yeah.
So my memory, I would probably say, and this is without any disrespect to all the other players, she's probably my first real woman superstar footballer that we ever had, in my own reckoning.
True.
And yes, in terms of figures now, you probably say Perpetua did better when you look at the numbers. But if there was one player that we saw on the pitch and you were sure something is about to happen, that's probably Mercy Akide.
You're right. I don't think there's any arguments about that. To take about Mercy Akide Udon. All right. You also saw Cecilia. What did you see again?
Judith Chime. I mean, when we mention Judith Chime, I mean,
it doesn't ring a bell.
It doesn't ring a bell. So what rings a bell?
But you said Kamala.
Okay, that's what rings a bell.
Yeah, I kind of know that one.
So we caught up with her before the award. So let's take a listen to how excited she is being honored by NFF.
A long time coming, because most of us had to do some stuff that we had to do just to be part of this team. And somebody like me, I did a lot. And I'm so fortunate to be here tonight, because coming all the way from the state just for this night, I will not give it up for anything. So I just thank God that NFF, federal government, whoever put this up, I just want to say thank you for actually having the time to think about us. Because what we did that put this team together, they will never have another team like that. We have one love, we have discipline, we have unity, we have everything. Our heart was in it. We wanted to do this and we did it good. And most of all, we had the best of best coach, which is Ismail Amabu. I'm so not happy at the same time that he's not able to make it. But also, we know wherever he is, he'll be celebrating us.
I mean, when you listen to these girls talk, I mean, it's inspiring because, I mean, during their time, they didn't have the best. But then, whenever they go out, you expect something incredible to happen. And that's what they did for Nigeria. And that's why they were talking about the fact that they set the pace for these girls. I mean, the current crop of players, the Super Falcons players, the likes of Onome Mbi, Asisato Shola, Monday Gift, what they are enjoying today, these girls actually fought for it. And I know that right now, in Nigerian Football Federation, have decided really to put so much money into a women's game. And, you know, they set the ball rolling, and we're enjoying the benefits of what they did. Because some of the stories they told us was the fact that sometimes they have to play without money. I mean, the traveling, it's something you wouldn't want to experience. But then they will still go to the match venue and also come back. I mean, there was a time they were unbeaten in almost 10 years, right?
10 years, yes.
I mean, 10, 11 years, they were unbeaten. No one could beat them in Africa. I mean, that's a team.
That's a team. The other part you didn't have it, that some of them even had struggles at home to convince their parents to play.
Yes.
If you had that to the pressure, you understand what they went through. Today, some of those playing probably didn't have those issues because now there's so much money in football, there's so much attention. I mean, you see an assistant on social media and you feel like, that could be my daughter. If you can play football, go ahead and do it. You understand? But in their own time, you don't even have that. You didn't have any of these social media platforms. So it was weird for a lady to say, I want to play football. And they had to struggle through that. And then you come to the national camp. Nothing is also available. You still have to struggle through. And yet they became the superstar that they had today. For me, the beauty of what happened yesterday is that the players, the current Super Falcons players are also in town. They witness it. So it's some form of motivation, encouragement that I want to be on that podium one day. After I'm done playing for the national team. And so there is pride, there is glory representing your country.
Absolutely, Dami. And it was good to hear Kamala talk about the coach as well, to know Ismaila Mabo. Yeah, one of the best to come out of this part. And definitely paid his dues as well. Unfortunately, couldn't make it to the awards. Yeah.
All right, we'll still have one more, Nkiru Okosime. She's literally the spokesperson for the group. You know, she has a lot to say concerning the award. Let's listen to her.
I think it was just hard work, a lot of dedication, you know, and the passion for the sports. I mean, every one of us in that group, we love the sports, and we just wanted to play. And we worked hard, regardless of what the situation was. In the sun, in the rain, we just worked and we enjoyed it. You know, so I think that if the younger generation will put in that amount of work and passion, I think they're going to, you know, go past what we did, because that's the hope of that's the hope that we have for the younger generation, that they can go past what we've laid down. You know, getting past the quarterfinals to go on to win the Women's World Cup is not a dream; it can happen.
Yeah, it's not a dream. It can actually happen. All you have to do, hard work, will pay. And Tayo, one of those young stars, you know.
Youngster?
One of those young stars. And she was right there to see these ladies. And she was amazed. She is. How old is she?
A young star.
She's like 26, 27. Yeah, she is.
Anyways, that's just on the light side. I mean, the guys, or the ladies, the women are actually carrying the torch right now for women's football in the country. Asisato Shola, the captain of the team as well, too. It was good to see her come there. And obviously, she is inspired by this class of 99.
To be honest with you, I think it's a great one. I'm really happy to be here to witness this today, because at the end of the day, I was here the other time I saw what they did with the male players, which was actually inspiring. But to be fair, I think what they did here today is really interesting to see that the women soccer players are actually not forgotten, especially those that actually made a significant role during the 1999 tournament. And also the team being together shows like there's a lot of dedication, there's friendship, there was love in the team, and up till now they're still able to keep themselves together. You know, I met a couple of them earlier and they were still like friends like before, you know, so it's really inspiring.
Inspiring. Asisato Shola, glad to witness the class of 99 being honored by the Nigeria Football Federation. One day, I believe she'll want to be a recipient of this particular award as well. We need to go on a break now. When we come back, we'll be telling you all about Victor Osimhen, how he got his first goal in Italian Serie A this season. Join us again. Welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. Let's go to the Serie A now and tell you that Victor Osimhen is up and running as in the league, has scored the first goal for Napoli in the 4-0 win over Udinese to remain perfect. I don't know if you've seen the goal, Dami. Very interesting goal. The goal was, the ball was on its way into the net. Instead, we'll have called Osimhen aside and said, nah, don't do that next time. The ball was clearly going into the net. But Osimhen is a poacher. The strikers.
I mean, he's right there.
He's right there. What's he going to do?
No, he should leave the ball. I mean, escort the ball into the net.
Anyways, it's good to see Osimhen on the back of scoring 2 goals in the Europa League. That was against Leicester to continue on that trail.
For me, whatever Insigne thinks, I think what is important is that his striker's instinct is very sharp. Because that's what it is. He wasn't really concerned about the direction of the ball. The most important thing is you must land in the net. And then he went for it. But it's good that Osimhen is scoring. Yeah. I hope he has a very good season. I think a very good season for me would be at least a minimum of 15 goals. 15. Minimum. Because I think he has a talent to do better.
Absolutely.
But because of the season he's coming out of, last season was
stop,
bad form, injuries, and then you have COVID. And all that. Yeah. So it's coming out of it, and we're beginning to see the talent. And he's getting the right reviews as well, and the motivation from his coaches, both from the national team and then the Napoli coach as well. So I think all he needs is that encouragement. He's a young man that still has a lot to add to his game.
True.
But in terms of scoring, that is not a problem for Osimhen.
Yeah.
I hope the supply will come, and then he'll take his chances.
And he's doing that because, I mean, for that goal,
Oh, it was interesting. It was interesting. Nah, come on, man. But anyways, let's leave it at that. Osimhen scored. I saw that really matters. And Napoli are looking good. I know it's still early doors, but so far so good. They're perfect. They've won all of their games. Looks like the change in managers has helped them a lot this season.
4 games into the season, they look like the strongest side so far.
Yeah.
Roma, we know Roma because of the Mourinho factor will be here and there, but then I don't think the team has the talent to sustain a title push. Maybe a Champions League place would be a successful season for them. Juve seems to be on the downward slide for whatever reason.
I'm looking for their position right now, 18th.
Juve is now, they're fighting the relegation battle.
They haven't won a game this season.
Just 2 points, 2 points, And then AC Milan, neither here nor there. Again, consistency will be their issue.
10 points from 4
Last season they started well, then they fizzled away. Inter Milan, without Lukaku, is less than, they are weaker. Let me use that word than they were last season.
No Conte,
no Conte, exactly.
Yeah, but look at them so far this season. They had to lose a game as well.
Yeah, how well they will sustain it. There will be a period of crisis in the course of the season. How you can react to that is what matters. And that's where I think Napoli is probably going to take advantage.
Well, can Napoli, exactly, because we saw what Napoli did last year when they fumbled and scored.
You saw exactly.
You
lost the Champions League
spot.
Gattuso.
That's why.
So Spalletti is...
I think Spalletti is a more experienced coach. I think he will handle the pressure better.
Okay, maybe they're top of the league right now. I mean, 4 games, 12 points, so that's 100%. So if they can build on that, okay, we'll see how far they will go. Because Juventus right now, it's not looking good.
All right.
Allegri, what's he thinking right now? I don't know.
It's not been the greatest. You know what they say about never go back?
Do you understand? When you move on, just continue.
He's gone back already.
Okay, let's see if he can build a team. But Napoli will be it for me this season because Osimhen factor, right? He's right there, so I want him to win the Serie A title.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah. That would be great. Anyways, let's move on to another club. Future looking really bleak. As to be said, Barcelona. I watched Barcelona yesterday.
Looking at Norwich City.
Against, they're not that bad. I watched Barcelona against Granada yesterday, and it was an almighty struggle.
It was. You said the future is bleak. I think even the present is bleaker.
Oh. I mean,
use that word.
Fair enough.
Barca has been poorly run, and finally, their bad decisions is
caught up with them.
Caught up with them, and I think it will be a struggle this season. Probably they should just look at sustaining something good enough to get them to Europe. Will probably be their best option this season. When you start struggling against clubs like Granada, you know you're in trouble. If you're Barcelona
at home,
particularly if Real Madrid is looking like a team that does not know how to lose, because Real Madrid, immediately to the end of the game, they'll still find a way to get a point or at least win the game. So I don't think that team is actually strong enough to win anything this season.
So perhaps top 4, that's what they should be aiming for.
That would be the
best. That's the best they can get.
Okay, if you're talking about top 4, now they're 7th, 8 points from 4 matches. I mean, it's not really looking good at all because, I mean, they considered the first goal, like how many few seconds into it, like 85 seconds into it.
Yeah, they were stunned.
And then, yeah, it took a defender, I mean, Ronald, I mean, 9 minutes of the game. And see the way they celebrated. When they drew their game, I'm talking about Barcelona.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, I didn't like Norwich City. How do you draw Granada at home? And you're celebrating when you equalize. So that's how bad Barcelona, that's how bad they are right now. Ronald Koeman, I don't know what everyone say it's really not his fault. But then, even if Messi will have to leave and some key players are leaving, but we're talking about Barcelona team.
And they have some very good players still in the side.
Still in the side. So you can't struggle against Granada, I mean, who 17th on the spot, right? 3 points from 5 matches. So it's not as if they're a good side. So if you struggle against Real Sociedad, Villarreal, Atletico Madrid, let me not mention Real, you will understand. But Granada, okay, so it's not looking good at all.
It's not looking good.
They may not even pick it up. That top 4 you're talking about, Barcelona may just play Europa League for the first time next season. Okay, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I mean...
Europa League might be better. You didn't even say Conference League. So you're still nice.
I'm not so bad.
And interestingly, I don't know what's going on in that side of our town as well. 27,000 fans. Turned up to watch this match.
Of a possible 40,000 fans.
I mean, that's not a good look in terms of...
And we know Camp Nou is about 80...
Exactly.
80,000 capacity.
That's a very small fraction.
Okay, let's say because it's Monday night football and...
Perhaps,
maybe. Let's see what's going to happen on Sunday.
You're right.
And of course, with Messi leaving, we know the fans will definitely... It's going to drop. That is a factor.
Yeah, that's a factor.
27 out of 40,000...
I think the fans are also getting tired of the club.
They are. Okay.
I
didn't want to go there because as a fan, you're supposed to support your team through thick and thin, right? So I want to believe because of the little struggles at the start of the season, the fans are staying away. Maybe Cecilia, like she said, Monday night is a tough time to go watch a football game when you're going to work the next morning.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Let's hope that's what it is. All right. Papers now. Yeah. Okay. I'll start with Sporting Life.
All right.
Okay. Usyk and Anthony Joshua. Heavyweight bout actually leading the front page this morning.
Yeah,
which is a good one because Anthony Joshua is up against it. I think, okay.
It's this weekend, right?
It's showing off body transformation. What does that mean? Okay, will it translate to you winning in the ring?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's what the front page is like. I mean, we'll have a time... more time to talk about this particular fight because it's going to be big. Yeah. Dortmund says it will be difficult to keep Haaland next summer. We all know that. But where will he go to?
That's the question.
That's the big question. I heard United are
Danny,
kind of interested.
What do you think?
Man City hasn't really shown anything. But I think Real Madrid will be interested.
There is a part of me that thinks Real Madrid will probably be the best club for him.
The best for him?
Okay.
I think so.
If Real Madrid gets Mbappe, and
they don't need Mbappe if they are going for Haaland. They can't get both.
Mbappe is a midfielder, right?
They can't get
both. He's a forward.
He's a forward, but he plays in the midfield.
No, there's going to be a struggle in that team. Because it's not as if they're selling Benzema and they're not selling Vinicius yet.
No, Haaland is for the future. So Benzema is 30.
But on current form, Haaland will not sit on the bench.
Of course, he's not going to sit on the bench.
And Benzema will not sit on the bench.
So you can't have 2 number 9s, right?
You have to find a way.
Obviously, there's no Real Madrid for Haaland.
You have to find a way to let one go.
So is it Manchester City? They don't have a number 9.
I don't think they will pay. I don't think they will pay.
You don't think they'll pay the money? They paid 100.
But they were willing to pay 150, almost 150 for Kane, who is 27.
And they paid 100 for Grealish.
For me,
so you can't pay 100 for
this. If they go after Haaland the way they went after Kane, they probably will have Haaland by now.
Yeah, maybe for
Dortmund were not ready to sell Haaland last season.
But with that kind of money, with 160
they were not ready. They were not ready. Yeah,
because of Sancho, they didn't
I think maybe they will get. Maybe Bayern will end up getting him as usual.
Bayern. Oh dear, I totally forgot about Bayern.
Because Dortmund, Bayern, they have a relationship, right? You have Osimhen issues Napoli at top of the league. Okay, this one is also here. Onuachu and extend Genk stay until 2024.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Is that a good move for him or something?
Well, I don't know all the other cards on the table for him to pick this one. But if there is no better card, why not stay where you're already succeeding? That's what it is, really.
And Danny, and usually these kind of extensions come with pay rise. So, so I guess a little something has been added to his salary.
Let me just read the last two here from Sporting Life before we move to Complete Sport. Man United to make Paul Pogba highest paid Premier League player ever.
Nice.
And down, you have Arteta set out 3-year plan for Arsenal.
Nice.
He's not ready to leave the club.
They are both not serious.
Right?
Complete Sports is the next paper. Osimhen continues our goal-scoring run in Serie A. We talked about that already. Alan Shearer is in the news. It says Chelsea already look like champions-elect. I think a lot of pundits tend to agree. Koeman sacking will cost Barcelona £10 million.
They don't have the money.
Yeah.
So he's going to stay.
Yeah, that's too bad. Lukman Target sweeps Leicester response. Onaldo extends a gang deal until 2024. What else? Christensen close to new 120K per week Chelsea contract. Christensen has come up in leaps and bounds in the last couple of years for Chelsea. Dortmund admits keeping Haaland will be difficult. Pele is also saying, I am feeling better every day, wishing Pele fullest recovery as soon as possible.
Wish him all the best. The last time I was there, I said it that we're not ready to lose Pele so soon after Maradona.
No.
So Pele, please stay alive.
Stay with us, right? Thank you so much for coming on the program.
It's been a pleasure. I've enjoyed myself. Really.
Appreciate your time. Thank you all for watching as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am Tayo Salam.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Bye for now.